I've been thinking about this. Why does consistency feel harder than it should? Because in my head, once I decide something, that's it. I'm doing it. And then we change environment, like right now in my sisters, and everything just feels slower. There's no that responsibility. Nobody's coming to like, hey mama, what we're having for dinner. This is what's going. You're not checking schedule. You're just being and it's just chill. Like, yeah, it just feels slower. No rush, there's no pressure, there's nothing. And life's life in, and then you're on a different time zone as well. And and I can feel it. There isn't that pull to just yeah, I'll do this later, it's fine. And it sounds so reasonable as well because, like, hey, there's no that, like, honestly, I'm just so chilled right now. Even everything that I said, okay, that I was gonna like do and stuff like that, like, nah, let's take the time. It's all good. Oh, then visitors. Hey, anyway, which just made me realize that honestly, this is not what's happening here for me. It's not about discipline. There's something else that's going on in what I am feeling right now. And yeah, I just wanted to talk about it, like just to just explore it because I'm entering a new season of myself where what the expectation of what I thought this break would bring and the reality of what I am experiencing. Um, because like I said, when I've decided, I tend to like follow through. But honestly, decision doesn't stabilize the behavior. Because you said you're going to do something doesn't mean that it's going to happen or you're going to do it. Or like you think, yeah, it's locked in, but it doesn't hold things like when it changes. Like when I committed to like, okay, I'll be showing up every single day. I was in my home structured environment. I was doing my own thing. I had my plan. I go do, either I will film before I go do work or do certain things. I have like my plan. And then you routines change, this whole different space and it's so chilled and then you're just having to like rest and like actually I was just thrown off because the travel adapter that I have is way different than what they use here. So I've got my thing that I can plug in my UK plug-in, and I actually got this from my mom. But this bit is I had to figure it out. It's more like the straight line ones, and this is more rounded. And so I couldn't like, the eagerness of like, okay, I'm gonna do stuff is like plugged in. Once my laptop died, it died, and that was it. I just could not do anything else. So even though like, so I had to like get help to get a new one, which I plugged in now, which I'm using. And yeah, the things can just kind of like throw you off in that sense. I think that's kind of like one of the things that showed up for me with like having not structure, not having like the things that I had one in place. And I always had like what I was doing. And now there isn't that, there's no expectation of any demands from anyone, like no urgency, like, okay, I have to do this before I go to work, or I'm just coming back before the kids go to bed. Like all those things is just chilled. Even like the classes that I have, like I finished like my cohort just before I do this. So it's like it is just chilled. Even like normally I'll even like scheduled out stuff for like social, everything just kind of like calm down. And I guess this is where consistency gets tested. In okay, you said you want to show up every single day. You say you want to like do certain things, and and if your mood is saying later, but your identity is saying now, there could be that conflicting, like which one's gonna win, how things gonna like work out. And I have like really gotten myself to the point where I'm not using guilt or like burdensome, like, oh, I haven't done that. Instead, it's more kind of like, oh, okay, time's ticking. We got to do something. Even if we've not like planned, structured what we're going to talk about, let's just go with the flow. I think I'm just giving myself this season of like, let's just see before we structure out what it is that we're talking about. So this is just more kind of like, hey, we're showing up. It's not going to be golden. We're just reflecting, just sharing like what's showing up and excuse me, what's happening for me right now. And it is all good because when you look at your mood, it sounds reasonable to think about it, but the identity is it's more quiet. It just moves in how we show up. Because your mood can be make you negotiate things, but your identity is what decides. And having that realization that it is not that consistency is hard, honestly, that's definitely not the case. What it is that when you're still becoming the person who does the thing regardless, that's when it can then become shaky. And I can feel it right now. Like, oh, look, this is not theory. How it's not that I'm not feeling like I want to do it. It's just because I don't have that structure and the time that I'm dealing with is further ahead than the time I am now. So now it feels like, oh, okay, ooh, I'm just chill right now, but the time is ticking. It's almost midnight where I'm from, and here it's not even what. Okay, it's gone past midday, but I still have another almost what, mm, 11 hours to go before midnight hits down this way. But where I'm coming from, I've got another 2 hours or less than 2 hours to go, and then it's time. So when you like really look at it from that end and really see that, oh, it's what is really happening. This is how things are like flowing and like where I'm eating and all those things. So it's understanding that consistency might not look like perfect streak all the time or like really thought about what I'm going to talk about or do or things like that. But it's knowing that I am deciding that consistency is the same with this new identity in a different environment, and we're just going to keep showing and we're going to keep doing the thing regardless of where we are because I'm the same person. I'm just in a different room. And this is where the real work is. And this is where that I get to really start showing up in a new version of me that I said I want to, knowing that whatever you put me, it will be the same being, the same like knowing and how I show up. So it's not on this like having that understanding that it's not because I can't do it. It's just because I'm still stabilizing who I am in this new season of myself that is deciding to wanting to show up and deciding to want to like get this clarity in how we roll and how we do things. And at the same time giving myself grace in the process. And just know that every day is not going to be a hit. As long as I do show up. I do my bit. And the realization and not just let everything slide just because oh I'm in a holiday mode. So let everything rest. And yeah, just being true to self. Okay. On this chilled afternoon over here, just remember that your voice matters and it's your time to use it. I am Nene, and we do this every single day. Bye for now.